So today I'm going to show you the arm lines and my sequence to opening up the chest and opening up the arms. So the fascial arm lines, there's two. So there's a deep one and a superficial one. So the deep one runs from the thumb and it goes into the chest right around here. And this is, you know if this one is tight because if you stand and your arms aren't straight, they're a little bent, or your bicep is tight, then, right, this one, get that extension. So if you stand and you literally hold your chest, hold everything in one position, and then extend your thumbs back, you'll feel that one stretch. And so this one runs, like I said, from the thumb line to here. The second one is the superficial. So this one is literally the tips of the fingers through the chest into the sternum. So this is the one where when you're holding, you can see, right, open, close, open, close. So I want to get into these arm lines because I need to open up the chest if I want to start working the back correctly. So I'll show you a picture of that. So right here, so this is the back line, so right here, this is the superficial, and this one over here is the deep one. So those are the two we're going to touch upon today, and I'm going to give you my exercise sequence to help fix them. Okay, so first I'm going to grab the band, and I'm going to attach it around my wrist here. And like I said, if you don't have a band, just tie a knot in a door and do it that way. And then I'm going to hinge and lean back into it. I'll show you the closer one first. Okay, so this is key. I'm not fighting the band trying to pull back. I'm actually moving into it and then just allowing the traction to pull me further. So from here, I'm going to rotate. So I'm actually flaring out my fingers. So this is key. When I rotate from the band, I don't want to just rotate the forearm. I actually want my shoulder to rotate as I'm moving in and out. So I'm just hinging, I'm just opening up my shoulder. So I have a stretch coming this way, opening up. Okay, and then I'll do it on the other one. So same thing, band, tension, hinge, and then look, this is me, no core, this is me. Core and allowing the band to pull me forward. And then getting that rotation in the arm. So where you feel this, like, you might feel this in the forearms, you might feel this in the elbow. For me, I really feel it kind of like the armpit area and through the backs of the shoulder. So the second step I'm going to do here to open up, is I'm going to turn sideways. So I'm going to turn this way. I'm going to allow the band to stretch me. So I'm allowing it to stretch my superficial fascial line here. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my hand and my elbow, so middle finger and my elbow in line before I do this stretch. So now that I have that, now I'm going to rotate again. So this is key not to pop the shoulder, right? I want to keep it down, and I want to feel like as I rotate back and I start to open up, I can start to feel right here in my chest stretching. So I know I'm doing it right. Good, and then if I need to just turn away a bit, I can angle myself, and then I can feel like a little bit more pull here. Good, and then the next way is, band is this way, my thumb is facing straight, and then from here it's the same thing. I'm just going to turn, but when I turn this way, I'm almost letting the band push my thumb away from me so I can get that extension in the arm. And then I'm rotating just a tiny bit, more down, more in. Good, and rotate a little bit more on this one. This one doesn't go all the way to the sternum, that's why you can rotate more. Good, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other arm. So this is just me getting rotation in the arm, tractioning it, and opening up the chest. So same thing, leveling it, you can see this back angle here, allowing it to pull me, head working back, controlled. So mostly with the arms, a lot of time, why people have problems working their arms is because they're allowing their arms to move their body rather than holding their body strong and then just moving the arms around the body. And I'll show you exactly what I mean when I start doing the exercise for my chest and opening everything up. And these are tight. Like, we use the front of our hands all day. So really, most people need their chest and everything like that opened. So the same thing, right? Elbow, arm down, and then I'm just gonna go in more and out. And as I do this one, I'm gonna turn a little bit. So I'm freeing up like this. I actually feel a huge stretch from my elbow all the way into here as I do this. So this was good because now I freed up the arms. So the next thing I'm going to do here, so I freed up the lines, I guess you say, from my fingertips to my shoulders. So now I really want to get into the chest. So honestly, the key to getting into the chest is to just lie on a foam roller. Keep your spine straight. So this is, again, don't move the body, keep the body straight, and then allow the arms to open, allow them to reach, and allow them to come back. And you have to ease into this one because the problem is with the chest is it's so tight. So the chest is so tight that for most people, they can't actually get into the chest fibers themselves. They're just getting into the forearms, like to get into their biceps or to get into their like the armpit area, super tight. So this is what I do. So I would lie on the foam roller. See if I can get this a little lower. Oh, good. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Getting better and better. Okay. So I would lie on the foam roller and I would set my spine. And that's key, right? The key is setting the spine. So I have tension working back, tension coming in, tension on the lower abs here. So from here, I'm going to hold my body. I'm going to push my arms a little bit forward because I don't just want them back and falling. Because again, for this, it's just my shoulders pop. I'm going to push my arms forward, extend my fingers, and then slowly come back. And I'm going to ease into it. So from here, right, I can start to feel the pull because I'm not letting everything drop. I'm allowing my chest to open to pull my arms down. So where do I feel this right now? I actually feel my hands like burning. I feel this a lot in my biceps. Like now I get to see how tight they are. And so just for extra, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to straighten my elbows. Right? And so I'm going to pump my arms just a little bit to straighten my elbows. Good. And then the next sequence here is I'm just going to turn my arms this way, reach, reach, reach. And then again, try to straighten the elbows. Holding that chin back, holding the, just allowing my spine, I guess allowing like the whole spine to touch the foam roller. 3, 2, 1. So this is good because I can feel like where you feel it, it's good, and where you don't, I'll know like, okay, I have to go a little bit deeper and roll out. So for me, I actually got the line from the thumb, I actually felt that all the way to my like pec minor, and I felt the hand here. But for the right, I didn't. The bicep was so tight that I actually couldn't get into the chest. So I know, okay, I'm gonna have to roll out my right chest a little bit more for me. So next, I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually take this into an exercise. Yeah, so now that I rolled it out, I'm gonna grab a band, and with the band, and this is key, I'll show you the difference. I'm holding my body straight. So if my hands are just open and I'm doing a back fly, right? I'm just doing normal back fly here with the chest. If I go into it, you see how my arms are moving my body forward, right? So I'm actually not getting the control into the spine and opening up the chest so much, because what happens is pop with the shoulders, pop with the shoulders. I'm popping here instead of opening from the chest. But if I get my spine set, hold my body straight, look at the difference between the exercise, and it makes it 10 times harder. So like I said, don't let the arms move the body. And you can probably see my back muscles a lot more than if I were to do my floating one. So this is like, yeah, if I wanted to do movement and get weight, but there's even better ways to do it functionally than to do it like that. Now I'm going to get my resistance. So I get my band, I'm going to tie it around post or door frame, whatever you guys have. Go to the gym. You can use the cables for this, okay? So spine, core, now and I want to feel that line. So that line that I just showed you, I'm trying to feel this from my hands into my chest. As I open this line, my back will fire. I'm not forcing my back to fire. As I open my chest, it's the same thing as the other exercises. As one thing happens, the other thing will have to fire. And that's what I want. It's the ease. It's to open the body, to allow your body to ease into the exercise instead of forcing it into positions that it doesn't want to be in. And I could literally hold this. Like I feel some tension going to my neck, so I got to push up a little bit more, lean back a little bit more, open up. I can hold this at the end. Good. If I had a camera on the back view, if I, maybe eventually when I get better, have a little toggle board and I can show you the back view as well. I can do like a split camera, but I don't know how to work technology that well. So if you're good at technology, shoot me a memo. So the same thing, right? And it's going to be allow my chest open. So I was working on the drop, right? On the lift in my core. Now that I have the lift, I need to open up the chest. And that's the next function. So from here, I'm going to come back, straighten the arms, and then go into it again. And the key, right? The key, especially for me, like I kind of want to rotate on this. So set your feet, set your body, come back. Inhale, exhale, pull back. Inhale, exhale, pull back. And next one. Good, and I'm still really bent, so I'm going to try to straighten it a bit. And as I straighten, I don't want to fall forward. I'm going to drop my shoulders, drop my ribs, right? So one thing leads to the other, right? The second my shoulders start firing, my elbows start popping. So if I drop my shoulders, then I can have that, but I'll tend to flam my ribs. So I got to keep my ribs down, keep my shoulders down, keep my core on. Here we go. 2 and 1. Good. So that was me doing this. So I just took an exercise from just the arms that was supposed to be just the arms, doing it quickly, and I used my whole body to open up, and that's the key. So starting to feel a little bit better, and I'm going to get into this chest a little bit more. Tomorrow is actually going to be really good. I'll talk about my legs and kind of what's going on with there, and you'll see the gap from where they ripped out my hamstring tendon. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.